cutting off natural gas supplies to their countries. This after they refused to pay for gas in rubles, something Putin has been demanding for weeks, in a move widely viewed as an attempt to prop up the Russian economy because of sanctions. The EU reacting to Moscow's decision to cut off supplies, calling it unjustified. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, at the Foreign Desk.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres sitting across that long table from Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday. A UN spokesperson says they agreed on proposals for humanitarian assistance in Mariupol. Less than 2 days after completing a flight chartered by millionaires, SpaceX has launched its next mission to the International Space Station.
Delayed for a few days by bad weather, the 2 men and 2 women of Crew 4 huddled before climbing atop their Falcon 9 rocket.
Oh, what do we got here?
1, 2, 3, 4!
Nice.
With the weather and thousands of technical details all cooperating,
1, 0.
the 3 Americans and 1 European astronaut are now hurtling through space and headed to a rendezvous with the International Space Station, where they'll spend the next 5 months living and working. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Vice President Kamala Harris has COVID, and after talking with her doctor, has decided to take the antiviral drug Paxlovid.
If you get COVID, you should see a provider and make that assessment with your provider. A lot more people are eligible and would benefit than I think people think.
White House COVID coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha says they will soon double the number of places you can get those pills to 40,000 locations. More phone conversations released by the New York Times showing House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy was worried about some in his party during and after the January 6th riot. He says the release will not hurt his chances to become the next House Speaker. You're listening to ABC News.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk, and actual results may vary. Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, the first woman to hold the post, will be remembered at a funeral this morning. President Biden is set to deliver the eulogy. New warnings about water in Southern California. 3 counties, Los Angeles, Ventura, and San Bernardino, for the first time ever, going into a water shortage emergency that will put about 6 million people under new restrictions starting June 1st. The search is on in South Carolina after several people pulled guns and started shooting at each other in a parking lot right next to a baseball field full of Little League players. North Charleston Mayor Keith Summey.
They came back to settle a dispute. It got completely out of hand, and we need to make them pay for it.
None of the children were hurt. Harvard University now acknowledging its connections to slavery.
For me, especially as a student of color, I wish that this had happened a lot sooner.
That's Elise Martin-Smith after the school admitted that it owned slaves and invested in industries that relied on slave labor. Harvard owned dozens of slaves until slavery was outlawed in Massachusetts in 1783. Harvard now promising to spend $100 million to try to make amends. And changes are on the way for your light bulbs. The Biden administration putting a rule into effect that will phase out, finally, the use of older incandescent bulbs by next year in favor of more efficient LED bulbs. Estimates say that'll save Americans a combined $3 billion a year on energy bills. This is ABC News.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
It's the time of year to come to NC Tractor for the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. NC Tractor gives fantastic customer service, the best discounts possible, and it's a locally owned business. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue is helping to make outdoor work more enjoyable. Shouldn't you have something that you can be proud of for a long time? Massey Ferguson and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. Come look them over. 299 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton. That phone number is 288-0395.
We're tracking sunshine today. It's going to be very refreshing with cooler temperatures moving in. Highs will top in the upper 60s and lower 70s for today. Tonight, we're down into the low to mid 40s. Tomorrow, highs will reach the upper 60s and lower 70s. Beautiful conditions will persist to round out the week. But as we head into the weekend, an unsettled pattern will move in with a stationary boundary to the south. Rain possible. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
We're starting out with a pretty good morning, 45 right now. We should be warming up nicely today to about 73 and sunny skies. No rain in the forecast, but some gusty winds, about 20 miles per hour today. And dropping back tonight to about where we are right now with our temperature reading, 46, maybe with some wind gusting to 15 miles per hour tonight. The storm came through yesterday for most of us, did not amount to much, had a little bit of rainfall. Some sections may have got more than others, but some sections didn't get any rain at all yesterday during that storm that they were projecting to be so much. Next rainfall Saturday, 30% chance of that on Saturday. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second hour of 3 of the morning wake-up call here on WCAB. We'll get to the phone calls in a few moments to find out what's been happening around the neighborhood. First, I have these death announcements. Jean Harden, age 85, wife of Hubert Harden of Forest City, died Tuesday, April 26 at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills. Those arrangements are pending and will be announced by the Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory for Jean Harden. Margaret Lane Wallace passed away April 25th. Those arrangements are incomplete at this time and will be announced by McMahon's Funeral Home for Margaret Lane Wallace. Barbara Epley Dobbins, age 90, of Forest City, died Monday at her home. A service from the graveside will be held at 3 o'clock Friday, April 29th at Green River Baptist Church Cemetery. There will be a visitation from 5 until 7 on Thursday evening at the Paget and King Mortuary. The Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements. An online guest registry available at www.pagetking.com for Barbara Epley Dobbins. Jimmy Dennis Price, age 64, of Ellenboro, passed away Saturday at his residence, April 23rd. No formal services will be conducted at this time, and Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service is serving the family of Jimmy Dennis Price. Janice Mathis, age 65, of Dobbins Road, Ellenboro, passed away Thursday, April 21st, at Mission Hospital in Nashville. Funeral arrangements are incomplete and will be announced later by Harrelson Funeral Home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service is providing services for the family of Janice Mathis of Ellenboro. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For complete information on these and others as they become available to us, be sure to tune in this morning at 11:35 or again this afternoon at 10 minutes after 5. Following the afternoon call and report, the complete information on these and others. Well, the Braves got off to a good start last night and remained there. They beat the Cubs 3-1 in a game heard right here on the radio. Now they'll be with the Cubs again tonight and Thursday. They take on a series with the Rangers on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But they beat them last night 3-1. Follow the Braves with us all season long. If you like a pocket schedule, we have those here available for you. Many have wanted those through the years, and we have them available for you. Pocket schedule to follow the Braves throughout the year here with WCAB, and see which your favorite team may be coming up against. We'll continue tomorrow with our interviews with the school board candidates that are running. Ramona Smith scheduled to be in the morning at 8:30. We'll talk to her about why she'd like to be on the school board for Rutherford County, and we continue. Still have a couple that have not yet responded back, and we'll follow through and see what happens with those, and you'll be up to date on the election returns coming up as we broadcast those live right here on WCAB.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization. AMAC gives you access to exclusive benefits, insightful news, and a magazine full of uncensored content. They are pushing back against efforts to defund the police, weaken the borders, and corrupt our youth. But they need your help. Please stand with AMAC at amac.us. That's AMAC.us. On this Wednesday, as Americans who follow my news analysis know, I am not a party guy. Democrats and Republicans are fine if you like politically based organizations. I find them stifling. All I want is for elected officials in both parties to try to solve problems and to treat the folks fairly. I don't care about party platforms or ideological fidelity. I want results. My viewpoint is catching on as independent voters are surging, according to every poll. Americans are essentially bored with both parties and their emphasis on conformity rather than ingenuity. Chuck Schumer or Mitch McConnell, you can have them both. Because the Democrats are screwing up the country right now in amazing ways, I predict a Republican blowout in November, and that will be a good thing because the Biden administration is hurting all of us. But will the GOP, the grand old party, institute good policies thereafter? I'm skeptical. But anything is better than what's going on now because Americans are getting hammered. Money can be the root of all evil, but it's also a necessity, and with inflation, our money is draining. It is a necessity because money can provide security and protection against the evils of this world, and there are plenty of them. So inflation is an evil in itself, and under Joe Biden, it is running wild. Now this. If you are stuck in a timeshare, please call my friends at Lone Star Transfer. They guarantee to get you out with a specified time frame given to you in writing. They have helped thousands of unhappy timeshare owners over the past decade. Family owned, their process is done legally, ethically, and quickly. So please call for a no obligation consultation. 855-551-7066 or visit LoneStarTransfer.com. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
100.9 FM. Walking down memory lane with classic oldies.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
After escaping jail in Nashville, Tennessee, where he was serving a life sentence, John Glanton came to Texas, joined the U.S. Army, and fought in the Mexican War of 1846. He started his first money-making venture with a group of ruffians in Mexico as an Indian scalp hunter. After racking up almost $100,000 in scalps, it was discovered many of them belonged to Mexicans and Americans. With an $80,000 bounty on their heads, John and his gang decided to go to California. On their way, they came upon a ferry operation across the Colorado River. Seeing this as another business opportunity, John shot the owner and took over the business. Having a monopoly on transportation across the Colorado River, John decided to increase the transportation fees. Everything went smoothly until a wagon master by the name of Patterson refused to pay the fees. Patterson hired the local Yuma Indians to build him 2 log rafts to take his wagons to the other side. The Yuma Indians saw a business opportunity of their own and started their own ferry operation, charging half what John Glanton charged. John burned the Yuma Indians' rafts and killed their manager. The Yuma Indians visited John's ferry operation and on April 23, 1850, killed John and his business associates. There was talk of a reprisal against the Yuma Indians. Then the real story about John Glanton came out. Not only did things settle down, a fort was built on the location of the ferry. It was named Fort Yuma after the people who ridded the area of a gang of scum. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Jesse James Railroad Express has added 2 new sandwiches to their menu. Try the all-new crispy chicken sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise, or the crispy deluxe with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, bacon, and cheese. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Closed Wednesday and Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Call 828-447-4644. Mondays only, hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
Congratulations to Jesse James Railroad Express, voted 2021 Best of Rutherford County hot dogs and hamburgers 5 years in a row.
Now let's go to the phones and turn our attention to the Sheriff's Department. And with you on the phone right now is Lieutenant Lowry to give us an update from there. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
Doing great, thanks. Tell us what's been going on.
In the past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has responded to 99 calls. The jail has processed 11 arrests, and we currently have 166 detainees in the jail. Under incident reports, we have Elena Allman of Fort Myers, Florida, reported an incident of breaking and entering. Kimberly Sharp of Ellenboro reported an incident of assault and battery. Judith Toney of Forest City reported an incident of obtaining property by false pretense. Under arrest, we have Lauren Hefner of Bostic, charged with possessed Schedule II controlled substance. David Hollifield of Forest City, charged with failure to appear on misdemeanor. Timothy Reynolds of Forest City, charged with communicating threats and assault and battery. Billy Smith of Shelby, charged with simple possession controlled substance. Dion Cash of Spindale, assault inflicting physical injury to detention employee. Walter Littlejohn of Spindale, charged with assault inflicting physical injury to detention employee. Andrew Holloway of Forest City, assault inflicting physical injury detention employee. Nicole Buckner of Brotherton, misdemeanor larceny. Stacy Connor of Union Mills, charged with communicating threats. Tanya Lipscomb of Forest City, charged with communicating threats. And that'll do it for today.
Lieutenant Lowry, thank you very much for that report, and you be safe out there today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we'll check with 911 Communications Center. It's 18 minutes now past 7. Let me brag on Hutchins Pest Control a minute. Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service may be the reason they keep getting voted Best Pest Control. If you have a pest problem, call this family-run business at 287-5171. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control and be sure the job is done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171 and they'll be right there. Amanda's up next. She's on the radio this morning with a report from 911 Communications Center. Amanda, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's on the report?
In the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 433 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 39 for the emergency medical services, 99 for the Sheriff's Office, 76 for Forest City, 4 for Lake Lure, 33 for Rutherford, and 37 for Spindale. Ellenboro Fire Department had a structure fire assisted by Bostic, Forest City, and Sandy Mush, and Spindale had a motor vehicle crash, and that is all.
Thank you much. You have a good one.
You too.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. Checking in now with Danieltown SDO Fire District. Ruby Taylor does the reporting for us from there. Ruby, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You get those tomato plants set out?
I did, and I got my beans planted yesterday.
Wow.
The squash.
Well, aren't you an industrious little gardener?
Well, I like to play in the dirt.
What's on the report today?
The fire department didn't have any calls, and on my birthday calendar, I've got Vicki Dixon having birthday today, and hope she has a nice day, and the signs are in the head today and tomorrow, and that's all I got.
All right, Ruby, have a good one.
You do.
Imagine quality primary care health and urgent care services for you without the hassles. It is available to you and your family from Brock Family Care. Family medicine the way it ought to be. No insurance to deal with, general primary medical care, chronic disease prevention and management, urgent care, medication management, and so much more. Brock Family Care is a membership-based model where patients pay their primary care provider directly through monthly or annual fees rather than paying through an insurance provider. Not accepting any forms of health insurance cuts out the hassles and allows for more personalized and affordable health care. It may be time to move into this kind of plan for you and your family or your business. Call today and get more information. Here is the number. Write it down. 828-382-7282. This is the way health care should be. Call 828-382-7282. Brock Family Care, 289 Shallow Road, Forest City. Let's check in now with Gary Wilson. He's up in the Fairfield Mountains Fire District, Bills Creek community. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Doing good. Did you get any of that storm yesterday?
We got a little bit of wind out of it. It was the darkest cloud I think I've seen. I was coming back from Ingalls and back towards Green Hill and your area. I mean, that was a black cloud. I thought somebody's getting a storm down that way. Did you get a lot of wind down there?
We got some wind, but I don't think we got very little rain, just a little bit of rain, but some pretty strong winds and some dark clouds about all we got here.
Yeah, we got a little rain out of it. Got windy there for about 15, 20 minutes, and it kind of cleared off after that, and there wasn't much out of it. But that was a dark-looking cloud. I thought, well, we're going to get slammed here in a minute. I thought I heard some thunder, too, in the background.
Yeah. You're right about that cloud being so dark. It came across overhead. It was really dark. I thought, oh boy, it's coming, but it didn't make much of a noise.
Well, that was good. I was afraid somebody might have got a bad storm out of that. But we've been quiet overnight all throughout Lake Lure, as far as I know. No fire calls or anything, and sitting on about 45 degrees this morning. Cooled off a little bit out there. Feels pretty good this morning out there. Gonna get up about 70 today and about the same temperature tonight, and then start warming back up, hopefully. Good old summertime. I'm ready for it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
You're ready to go to Florida, aren't you?
Good old Lake Lure, Bills Creek vegetables growing here.
Yeah, it's about that time. I love fresh vegetables.
I do too. I can make a meal out of those. Just leave off the meat and just give me the homegrown vegetables.
A friend of mine brought some. He and his wife have a place down in Florida they go to every year, and they spend some time there, and they come back. And they came back this past weekend, and they were in my Sunday school class, and they brought a box of tomatoes from Florida and shared those with our class members. And I took a couple home with me, and we ate some the other night. Boy, they were really good.
You go around Plant City in Florida, they have some great tomatoes down in there. They really raise a lot of stuff down there, strawberries and everything else down through there. They're really good.
Yeah, first fresh tomatoes I've had this year, and I'm looking forward to having more.
I love them. You can't beat a good tomato and some okra and cream corn and make you want to slap your dog.
Well, I hope you have a great day out there, Gary.
We'll see you tomorrow, I guess.
All right, see you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Cheryl, I've been talking to Tommy and David, the outside salesmen at Henson Building Materials in Forest City. They're going to help us navigate through our remodeling project.
Well, I know they have tons of experience, so we'll be in good hands.
Good hands is right. Even professional builders shop there because they trust the quality products and service.
And did you know they have a great relationship with our community, too? Oh, they're so nice.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
Speaking of fresh vegetables, I know where you can find a bunch of them, including fresh strawberries. That's over Tony's Produce there in Rutherfordton. My goodness, he keeps them fresh. He travels all the time and brings in the freshest of fresh. If you want some, you got to go to Tony's Produce. And plus, he got hanging baskets and plants over there. You'll see Tony's Produce and tell him you heard Jim Bishop talking about him on the radio. Let's head over toward Bostic now and get the report from Bostic, North Carolina. And here is DeVern. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am doing great.
Well, that's wonderful. It's getting closer to the weekend, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah.
Time's flying.
Getting closer to a brand new month.
That's it. Okay, over here at Bostic this morning we have 50 degrees. It's a little bit cooler. Fire department assisted Ellenborough with a structure fire. Don't forget to stop in at Washburn Store and check their items out. And Chase Ministry is giving out food today from 9 to 10:30. If you need any, go by and pick that up. And hope everyone enjoys their day.
You have a good day too, DeVern.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
Well, let's see if Bob Hodge is up and at 'em this morning on this Hump Day Wednesday. Bob, how you doing?
Well, we're doing just fine on this Hump Day morning up here.
Starting off to be a beautiful morning so far.
Yes, it is. That sun shines bright this morning, but it's a little cooler than it has been. But
yes,
it'll warm up a little after a while. But that sun really shining bright this morning. I can see you over there good this morning.
Oh, my goodness. What a sight to see.
Yeah, what a sight. Oh, well, you're looking good, Jim.
Thank you, Bob.
Doing a good job there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
But, Jim, up here with the fire department, we hadn't had any fire calls overnight. And everything seems to be going along good up here this morning. Ain't too much going on. And maybe it'll be quiet with us all day today and have a good day up here today. But that's about it, Jim.
All right, Bob, go get yourself another cup of coffee now and enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
27 minutes past the hour.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Well, the Braves had a good night last night over the Cubs. They beat them 3-1. They got two more games to play with the Cubs tonight and tomorrow night. Then they take on the Rangers. Let's head over to the Cherry Mountain Fire District now and see how Sue Price is getting along today. Good morning.
Good morning. Doing good this morning. Hope you are.
I am, yes. Enjoying the morning.
Oh, I know. It's a beautiful morning out there. We didn't have much of a storm yesterday. I heard it thunder one time, and we got some rain, but not very much of that. So I reckon everybody come through it all right.
Yeah, I think the bark was bigger than the bite.
Sometimes that's good.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on either one of my calendars today, so I don't have anybody celebrating, but we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day. And I didn't have any calls from the fire department. Have one announcement. The Golden Valley Community Club is going to be having a fundraiser for the club, and that'll be Saturday from 11 to 2. Hamburgers and hot dogs and trimmings and desserts, and it's for donations only. So come on out and have a good hamburger or hot dog or both, and help out the club. And so far, that's the only announcement I have. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
So you have one, too, and I will see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Turn up the savings, turn up the value, and turn up the fun with Bark Mobile's Turn Up the Switch event. Turn up the style with a new Samsung Galaxy A32, free when you make the switch. Or bring your own device and save $100. Plus, talk, text, and stream like you want with unlimited data for just $35 a line per month with 2 lines. All on our new 5G network. Mobile made easy just got even easier. Snag the savings at Bark Mobile's Turn Up the Switch event today. Bark Mobile. Mobile made easy. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
They do such a wonderful job in many facets there, Rutherford Life Services. Glad we've got them here in the county. Do a great, great job. 31 minutes after 7 o'clock now, and we're going over to Shingle Hollow, North Carolina, and check in with Tina White. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning, Jim.
You feeling better?
I am feeling a lot better this morning.
You are good, good.
Thankful for Kleenexes.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have some stock in the Kleenex company in the springtime, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Well, up here in Shingle Hollow this morning, it is 42 degrees. It's chilly, but it is beautiful. The sun is shining bright. It's a beautiful sunrise this morning. We have birthdays for Jack Hansma. He is on Pilgrim Way's calendar, so if you know Jack, call him, tell him happy birthday. And on my personal calendar, I have Tony Barnwell. He works with the EMT, if you know, or EMS, if you know him. Tell him happy birthday. And Vanessa Wigg is a nurse, and I'm thinking she's at Carolina Home Care still. So if you know Miss Vanessa, tell her happy birthday. Yesterday there was a hailstorm came through up here. I was going to mention that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, around lunchtime. It didn't last very long, but it was some heavy hail that came down.
So you guys must have got the brunt of all that storm, because we didn't get much of that down here. And Gary said he didn't get much over in Fairfield Mountains area, so I don't know. Maybe.
And I heard him say about the black clouds, so maybe it was just over us. We got that. Some wind too. I know all my ferns were blown down and stuff off the carport. But we hope to have a good day today, and maybe those storms have went on around and won't be out today. There are no announcements that I know of, and the fire department was quiet the past 24 hours, and we're just going to hang out and see what happens.
Good. Maybe they'll stay quiet for a while and no fires or wrecks or anything like that.
Oh, I love that.
Wouldn't that be great? Well,
yes.
I'm glad you're better, Tina. Keep improving, and we'll check in with you tomorrow morning.
Well, thank you so much. Have a blessed day, and everybody stay safe out there.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, folks, Farmer's Friend Feed Seed Supply is an amazing store. I can say that because they have what you need. From pet supplies to fire and ant killer to horse-quality Timothy alfalfa hay, $14 per bale. Attention carp fishermen, they have C&J flavoring, only $8 per bottle. And they have oats for sale. Refill your propane tanks at the lowest price. Fully stocked with all your deer supplies and a great selection of farm implements. Need mulch? $12 per scoop. We could call it a superstore. Farmer's Friend Feed Seed Supply, 188 Whiteside Road in Rutherfordton.
All right, let's get our horses together and ride on up the hillside there till we get to the top of the hill to Brenda Kelly's house. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself on this wonderful, cool Wednesday morning?
That's how I feel. Wonderful and cool.
I hear you. Well, you're looking cool.
Well, thank you. I'm feeling cool.
You got on a blue shirt?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, well, blue.
I see pretty good, kind of.
Blue with checks on it, yeah. We got a whole, I can see a lot better. We got all new lighting system inside the building now. So
well, you
see
good
friends
then,
came over last night and installed new lights for us, and we've been having problems with our old lights.
Yeah.
Since it's an old building, so we got new lights now. We can see clearly, and we see bright lights, and it's going to make things really look good. The only problem with that is I can see all the dirty spots on the carpet now.
That'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll put a CD over top of that spot.
There you go. But we hope everybody's having a good morning. I want you to know I was coming back from Morganton yesterday. I went with my friend up there, and it come awfully storm. We had to pull off on the little cutoff or somewhere. I don't know where we was. I know where we was at, but it was raining and hailing at the same time till you couldn't even see your hand in front of you. So we just pulled off and waited for it to pass. Everybody that was going down through there had their flashers on, was going real slow, but we just decided to pull off.
That was in Burt County?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And the wind was blowing, and you could feel it, the car would like sway.
Yeah, yeah.
So I said, I think we need to pull off over here.
Yeah. I've been in storms like that where you thought you go lose control of the car, so...
Yeah, and water on the road, real deep, so we just decided to pull off.
Wow.
Better to be safe than sorry.
They must have got the blunt of it.
I think surely they did, because we come on down the road, it was still raining, but the sky got lighter, and but there wasn't no hail on down the road. But about where we was at, there was hail and raining real hard, and that real keen lightning. Whew.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Don't like that stuff.
No. Well, let's see. I've got 38 degrees on the front porch today, and I've got 2 birthdays. My grandson, Caleb Thompson's got a birthday, and little David's brother, Dylan Stouffer's got a birthday. So we hope all these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, Saturday, April the 30th at the Union Mills Learning Center, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Springtime at the Mills vendor event. Over 60 vendors will be on site with various crafts and items. No admission. Raffle tickets available for sale. And other than that, that's all I know of going on.
All right. So you going to play out in the sun today?
No, I'm cooking. I'm going to cook today. I told my grandson, I said, I'll cook you a supper if he starts a new job today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I said, I'll cook you supper if you want to come up and meet. And he said, yeah. I said, what you want? And he said, pinto beans and cornbread.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to have pinto beans, cornbread, fried potatoes, and mac and cheese. That's all his favorites.
He's all-American boy, I can tell.
So that's what I'm going to be doing that today.
You going to have some onion go along with those pintos?
Well, he don't eat onions, but I got onion. I love onions.
I do, too.
I eat onions all the time.
I do, too.
Him and his mother, neither one don't eat onions.
I love onions. Onions are good for you, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they are, and garlic is, too. Yeah. I like garlic. I'm Italian. I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I surely do, yeah. But you better go check on Luther Sweet Thing and see if they had any storm yesterday.
Well, you have a good day.
Have a great. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Ellenboro is our next stop, and that's where we'll find Luther Gilligan to give us a report on what's happening over there. Luther, top of the day to you, sir.
Yes, and day to you, mate.
How you doing?
Hey, having a good time there and drinking coffee, watching the sun come up.
It's a beautiful morning.
It is a nice morning. Of course, every morning I wake up and get my boots on. That's a beautiful morning.
I agree with that.
But it's quiet down here this morning. Not a whole lot going on. The city fire department had one structure fire yesterday. Well, yesterday afternoon about 6 o'clock. Other than that, they've been quiet. Just nothing going on with them this morning. Everything's quiet. People just get their gas and their biscuits and heading on out to work. So, nothing else going on down here. So you have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Keep us informed, and we'll see you next time.
All right, take care now.
All right, bye. That leaves us time for birthdays and anniversaries for this 27th of April. This month's running out. So So if you're having a birthday, call us now at 287-3356, 287-3356. Birthdays and anniversaries will be announced here in just a moment. To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Why not let Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, help you create a game plan for financial success? Call 828-287-9197 and get started today. That's Andrew Tisdale at Edward Jones Financial Advisor, 828-287-9197. You will not be disappointed if you decide to have breakfast with Granny B's in Spindale. Now, they're open Tuesday through Saturday with a great breakfast. They cook it fresh. You can have an omelet. You can have eggs scrambled or turned over or sunny side up or looking at you with every way you want your egg. They'll fix that for you and all the meat to go with it. Plus, you can order it special for you and whoever you're with. They specialize in night breakfast, open up early at 7 o'clock. They're ready for you right now if you want to go by there and have breakfast. Meanwhile, if you skipping breakfast and go into lunch, you'll enjoy their subs. You can put that sub any way you want it. They ask you what all you want on it, and they'll put everything you want from mustard, mayonnaise, to peppers, to onions, or whatever you want on it. If you don't want any of it, they'll leave it off and get some of that wheat bread to go with that sub. My. Make your mouth water just talking about it. That's Granny B's there in Spindale, right next to the Shake Shop. You'll find those folks, good folks, and happy to serve you with your next meal. And don't forget, leave a little room for those Daylight Donuts. Happy birthday. Somebody celebrating locally that let us know, so we'll go to some of the birthdays of national renown. 1791, Samuel Morse invented the Morse code. 1822, Ulysses S. Grant was born. He's 18th president. 1922, Jack Klugman was born. He died in 2012. 1932, Casey Kasem was born. He died in 2014. What a radio personality he was. Casey Kasem, an American Top 40. Events on this date include 1805, U.S. Marines attacked the shores of Tripoli. 1810, Beethoven composed for Elise. Is that right? 1937, first U.S. Social Security payment was made. 1947, Babe Ruth Day, celebrated at Yankee Stadium and over the United States. 1965, R.C. Duncan patented Pampers, disposable diaper. 1965. Aren't you glad, moms? Stop Food Waste Day is today. National Administration Professionals Day. They used to call it Secretary's Day. Now Professionals Day. Administration Day. Denim Day. National Babe Ruth Day. National Prime Rib Day. I could go with that. And Gummy Bear Day. And Tell a Story Day. All that's on this date in history. 27th day of April. Now you're up to date on this date. You're on WCAB in Rutherford. Stand by now for Keys to Confident Living. And we'll play some music from your memory bank.
On November 20, 1988, a young lady traveling the Los Angeles freeway fell asleep at the wheel and crashed through the guardrail. Miraculously, the car did not plunge off the overpass, but caught on the rear wheel and dangled there. Passing motorists stopped and were able to tie some ropes to the back of the car and hold on until rescue units arrived. A ladder from a fire truck was extended from below to help stabilize the vehicle, while other workers secured the car to tow trucks above. Any movement of the car would cause the girl to scream out because of panic and pain. Finally, after 2.5 hours and the hard work of 25 people, the woman was rescued. One rescuer said that it was somewhat comical to listen to the girl while they were trying to save her life. She kept saying, "I'll do it myself." This girl's response, while humorous, is not uncommon. It reminds us of a small child that wants to tie his own shoes, but ends up with the laces wrapped around his hands. Also, adults may know how to do the things necessary to walk out the door in the morning, but sometimes really mess it up when it comes to daily living. Often people keep trying to make it through life without anyone's assistance. But the mess they make just gets worse. They need help. The self-sufficient person says, let me keep making the hole deeper. While the humble says, what would you advise? I see I can't do this by myself. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
WCAB, the music.
Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
3 people now in custody in connection with the kidnapping in California of a 3-month-old baby we were telling you about yesterday. ABC's Alex Stone with the latest.
Police in San Jose confirmed ABC News and mom and baby have been reunited. 3-month-old Brandon Cuellar was checked out at a hospital after he was rescued and is said to be fine and doing well. Police have 3 suspects in custody and say it appears the kidnapping was in some way connected to the family, but the details of that connection are not yet clear.
The FBI is now joining the investigation into the murders of a New Hampshire couple out for a hike. Stephen and Wendy Reed were found shot to death not far from their home in Concord. So far, no word on any potential suspects or a possible motive. Delta is the first major airline now to agree to pay flight attendants while the plane is boarding. Usually the paid hours for cabin crews don't start until the plane's doors close. This comes on top of a 4% raise for Delta flight attendants that takes effect this week. And how about a wedding at 37,000 feet? Jeremy and Pam Salda were trying to get from Dallas to Las Vegas to get married, but bad weather first delayed their flight and then grounded it. So instead, they got a plane to Phoenix, and Pam convinced the captain to let them get married midair. An ordained crew member led them through the vows. Flight attendants served at the wedding party, and toilet paper served as the streamers. This is ABC News.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with a Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Showers and thunderstorms are out. We are going to see sunshine move in. Pleasant conditions will persist for this Wednesday. It's going to be a great one to perhaps eat outside. We're going to see highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s today. Tonight, we're down into the low to mid 40s with temperatures and sunshine tomorrow heading into the upper 60s and the lower 70s. It's going to be a beautiful stretch as we end the week. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
We're waking up to beautiful skies this morning. Warmer temperatures prevailing. It'll be 46 right now, getting up to just about 73 for a daytime high, but wind gusting to about 20 miles per hour today. So not a bad day at all on this Hump Day Wednesday as we're wrapping up this month of April, going into May with the Mayflowers. They're going to be beautiful, I feel sure. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, we got a lot to pack in this hour. Right now, though, we are going to talk to the man who knows how to prepare food like nobody else. Wayne, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you, if you run a business at all, you're going to have a few problems along the way. I'm sure glad you got back open.
Well, yeah, it's just one of those things, Jim. You don't have no control over these parts sometimes, and when you're not here on the weekends, I come in and out sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And obviously, that cooler went into defrost or something late Friday afternoon and never come out of defrost. So we had to take a little bite there and lose a little bit of food. I lost a lot of food, but all that stuff can be replaced. We got it back up and running, and yesterday we cranked her back up. And if you're going to be down a day, be down on Monday, because you can't be down on chicken pie day. So I done had a couple people call me and said, I don't care what's going on up there. Come Wednesday, we better have some chicken pie. So
I hear you.
My mechanic got on it, and we got everything fixed up. And so as we speak, chicken pie is getting prepared. So
Well, nobody does it like you do it, Wayne.
Well, we try our best, Jim. We try to use the best products we can get in and the freshest products. And, our hamburgers and stuff like that's never frozen. We hand pat stuff and make our own chicken pie, make our own chicken salad. And, we just try to do as best we can and make everything as good as we can. So I hope everybody can get out and come by. It looks like it's going to be a pretty day today. And if you hadn't tried the chicken pie, I encourage you to come by and get you a big bowl of it.
That's one of the things I think that sets you apart, Wayne, is you do everything fresh. All your stuff's freshly made. None of this out of the can business. You do everything like people like it, and that makes it taste like home cooking.
Well, it's a lot different, and that's just the way I was raised. We do use some canned things, and, we do use some frozen things, but, I try to limit those things as best I can, and we make, stuff every day. And sometimes like chicken salad, we make our own chicken salad and we'll make it 2 or 3 times a week. Just because we run out of it and we keep it fresh. But, if I can make it, then I'm going to try to make it because that's the way my granny did it. My Aunt Atlas did it. And that's the way I was raised and learned. And, we try to do our best with stuff like that and put out the best products we possibly can. So, just like a patty melt. There's nothing special about a patty melt. But, you got it today. That's our special for the sandwich today. And, you can try it out. It's basically a cheeseburger with grilled onions. Now, you can take that and put a piece of pepper jack cheese on it, or you can take the pepper jack off and put mushrooms and Swiss and have a mushroom Swiss patty melt. So there's a lot of different options you can do on anything that we do like that because we offer the different cheeses. You can even spice it up and throw a little jalapeno on there if you want to.
Well, that's another good thing about what you're doing over there. People can get it the way they want it. It's not number 3, I'll take number 2, and then you can't change
there
it.
You
but
go.
You can fix it the way they want it.
Well, our hamburgers, too, are 8 ounce. That's a half a pound. I don't care how you weigh it out on the scale. And, I put a thing on Facebook the other day about a sandwich here in the community that I won't call a name, but it looked like it was a double. And it looked like it had 2 sausage patties on it that you might find for breakfast. But again, we just try to do what we do, and I try not to worry about everybody else. I just want to make sure that our food's good, and we go from there. And I got one of your favorites today, some good old banana pudding.
Now you're talking.
Can't go wrong. Chicken pie, banana pudding. I don't know what else you'd want today, Jim.
Man, that's like being in heaven. Listen, Wayne, you keep up the good work over there, my friend. I'm glad you got these things controlled. Like I said, if you own a business, run a business, something's going to happen from time to time. We have no control over
things are going to happen. You got to react to them and get everything opened back up, and we did that. And love doing what I do, so we're gonna try our best to keep it going as much as we can. So
if anybody
get on by here today.
If anybody wants to order a catering business, what's the phone number to call?
They can call here 828-395-2225. Or if you have a Facebook, you can go on Facebook and pull up our page and leave me a message there. So come on by. Again, make sure everybody knows May 13th, Friday the 13th, is our 3rd year anniversary. We're going to be open all day that day from 11 to 8. So mark that down on your calendars to come by. We're going to be giving away – I'm going to give away 2 Blackstone grills this year. So we got a lot of stuff. Of course, you guys are going to be here live, and I'm just really excited about it. We got our new tie-dye T-shirts in just for that day. So we're going to give away something every 15 minutes. So I definitely want everybody to come by. Bring your chair, hang out, listen to the radio. We're just going to have a good day that day, and it's just for the customers. So because without y'all guys, I couldn't do what I do. So we're going to celebrate y'all just as much as it is celebrating me being open for 3 years, because without my customers, I wouldn't be here 3 years. So we're going to have a good day that day.
Looking forward to it. Wayne, you keep up the good work. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, Jim. Y'all have a good day.
Bye. Wayne Rollins there at Wayne's Lunch Box there in Spindale. You can't miss him. Have a good meal over there. 11 minutes after the hour.
This is Steve Owens, your clerk of Superior Court. I'm a graduate of R.S. Central High School and Isothermal Community College. I have 24 years of continued service in the North Carolina judicial system. I have served as your elected clerk of Superior Court since 2014. As the current clerk of Superior Court, one of my many duties is to serve as judge of probate. I have presided over 1,500 hearings, and not even one case on appeal has ever been overturned by a higher court. When I first took over, the audit score was 72% with numerous violations. Now, our latest audit, our county is tied for first place with a score of 100%. I have fulfilled my campaign promises to run the clerk's office as a business and to treat everyone with respect and courtesy. My wife Gina and I have been active members of Cornerstone Fellowship Church since 1998. I will continue to be a clerk you can talk to and depend on. After re-election, I will continue to make our county and citizens proud by following the laws and statutes of our state. I ask for your prayers and support. Early voting starts April 28th for the May 17th primary.
Vote to re-elect Steve H. Owens, Republican, for Clerk of Court on May the 17th. Early voting begins on April the 28th. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Steve H. Owens.
At Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
Smith's Drugs of Forest City is offering the flu vaccines. You can walk in Monday through Friday or by appointment only on Saturdays. The Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers, if you need assistance registering your recall devices, you can call the Home Medical Department at 245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has a large selection of in-stock mastectomy bras, now half price. So come by our Home Equipment Department on West Main Street in Forest City. Smith's Drugs, 245-4591.
News from here and there. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's assistance in locating a 61-year-old man who's been missing for 2 weeks. Authorities say Wayne Michael Gabbery was last seen at 250 Old Ross Road, Forest City on April 3rd at 11 a.m. At the time, he was wearing a red plaid shirt, gray undershirt, and jeans. Gabbery is described as a white male, 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing about 260 pounds. He has short brown hair with brown eyes. If you have information regarding the whereabouts of Wayne Michael Gabbery, please call the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office at 828-286-2911.
Capture the moment, share the moment with Carolina West Wireless. Right now, whether you're a new or existing customer, there are great deals for everyone. With our savings stack up, you can stay connected while saving up to $1,050. Save $400 on the new iPhones 13, plus $150 when you switch, and up to $500 on device trade-ins. And with our 5G network, you can capture the moment and share it from wherever you are. Visit a Carolina West Wireless store and start saving today. Carolina West Wireless. Go stay connected. Certain restrictions apply. See representative for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
This is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates, wanting to let you know that we have moved. Our new office is located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City. Come see us for auto, home, or your commercial insurance needs. Also come see me, Dwayne Hunt, for your Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, or prescription drug plans. See us at Insurance Service Associates, now located at 245 East Main Street in Forest City, or call 828-245-5301.
Well, the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department confirmed Tuesday, April 26, officers assigned to the Airport Division received notification from the TSA that a firearm had been located in a bag at a security screening checkpoint. And in that bag belonged to Congressman serving Western North Carolina. The handgun checkpoint belonged to the owner of the bag as David Madison Cawthorn. Cawthorn was issued a citation for possession of a dangerous weapon on city property, which is the City of Charlotte ordinance. A judge indicated Monday that he will grant over the opportunity for folks to have a say in that. That's the second time Cawthorn has been stopped with a weapon in his travel bag like that. 16 after 8 o'clock right now. Sheriff's report coming up in just a moment.
Hi, my name's Jake Johnson, and I'm running for North Carolina House District 113. If elected to represent you in the legislature, I will continue fighting for the lives of the unborn, defending our Second Amendment rights, cutting taxes and regulation, securing our elections, and standing up for veterans and law enforcement. Remember to vote Jake Johnson for North Carolina House in this year's Republican primary. Thank you and God bless. Paid for by the committee to elect Jake Johnson.
Well, I'm looking here at the menu from Scrappy's Food and Fuel. It's breakfast time for many of you just getting up and wondering what about breakfast. Well, why don't you give Scrappy's Food and Fuel an opportunity to show you how much they love to serve breakfast. We get biscuits or sandwiches, bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, egg and cheese. You can also get breakfast platters. served with one meat choice of liver mush or sausage, bacon, or fried bologna, breakfast potatoes or grits and coffee, all of those, country fried steak platter, side item, breakfast potatoes, small fresh seasonal fruit bowl, toast or biscuit, gravy and biscuit. It's a breakfast fit for you if you're hungry. Go by Scrappy's Food and Fuel. You'll find them. They're right at the next to Floyd Street Baptist Church on the intersection between Chase Road and 221. You'll stop in. They're good friendly folks. They're locally owned, locally operated, and they love to serve you food. They love to serve you a lot of it, and they love to serve breakfast. Heads up, Saturday, April 30th is the date for the estate of Ray and Peggy Mays, deceased, auction. Join us on the morning of the 30th for a small but high-quality auction. Bid on firearms like Revelation Model 350, 16-gauge single shot, and others. Outdoor items such as County Clipper Zero Turn Mower, Club Car Golf Cart, Troy-built self-propelled mower. There's many tractor implements to bid on, too. Many woodshop items like saws and even woodworking lumber and more. Miscellaneous tools like Lincoln welder, battery charger, pressure washer, yard tools. Now inside you'll find bedroom suites, dining room suites, entertainment center, and more items worth your bidding. But you got to be there. Come see for yourself Saturday morning, April 30th at 9 o'clock, 998 Salem Church Road, Bostic. This auction handled with professional care by Norville Auction and Real Estate Company. Saturday, April 30th is the time.
Hello, I'm Randy Greenway. I began my law enforcement career with the Rutherfordton Police Department. I worked my way through the ranks at Rutherfordton to become the chief of police. After serving with Rutherfordton for a little over 20 years, I became a special agent with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. I recently retired from the state. I've known and worked with many fine law enforcement professionals during my career. Aaron Ellenberg is among the top. When Aaron told me he was running for sheriff, I was excited and was proud to accept his offer to serve with him as his chief deputy. I urge you to join with me and support Aaron Ellenberg for a sheriff's office full of integrity and results.
Paid for by the committee to elect Aaron Ellenberg, Sheriff of Rutherford County.
Lieutenant Lowry was on with us earlier this morning, gave us a report from the Sheriff's Department, and here it is.
In the past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has responded to 99 calls. The jail has processed 11 arrests, and we currently have 166 detainees in the jail. Under incident reports, we have Elena Allman of Fort Myers, Florida, reported an incident of breaking and entering. Kimberly Sharp of Ellenboro reported an incident of assault and battery. Judith Toney of Forest City reported an incident of attaining property by false pretense. Under arrest, we have Lauren Hefner of Bostic, charged with possessed Schedule II controlled substance. David Hollifield of Forest City, charged with failure to appear on misdemeanor. Timothy Reynolds of Forest City, charged with communicating threats and assault and battery. Billy Smith of Shelby, charged with simple possession controlled substance. Dion Cash of Spindale, assault inflicting physical injury to detention employee. Walter Littlejohn of Spindale, charged with assault inflicting physical injury to detention employee. Andrew Holloway of Forest City, assault inflicting physical injury detention employee. Nicole Buckner of Brotherton, misdemeanor larceny. Stacy Connor of Union Mills, charged with communicating threats. Tanya Lipscomb of Forest City, charged with communicating threats. And that'll do it for today.
Imagine quality primary care health and urgent care services for you without the hassles. It is available to you and your family from Brock Family Care. Family medicine the way it ought to be. No insurance to deal with. General primary medical care, chronic disease prevention and management, urgent care, medication management, and so much more. Brock Family Care is a membership-based model where patients pay their primary care provider directly through monthly or annual fees rather than paying through an insurance provider. Not accepting any forms of health insurance cuts out the hassles and allows for more personalized and affordable health care. It may be time to move into this kind of plan for you and your family or your business. Call today and get more information. Here is the number. Write it down, 828-382-7282. This is the way health care should be. Call 828-382-7282. Brock Family Care, 289 Shallow Road, Forest City.
I'm District Attorney Ted Bell, and I'm asking for your vote for re-election in the Republican primary. I'm humbled to serve the people of our communities as District Attorney. We work hard to take care of victims and do everything we can under the law to keep our communities safe. We have sent over 500 people to prison for breaking into our homes and increased the number of habitual felons sent to prison by 350%. Our office has one of the highest per capita felony conviction rates in the entire state, and despite being one of the smallest districts in the state, we have been in the top 10 statewide for conducting the most trials every year that I have served as District Attorney. I have been unanimously endorsed by the chief of every Rutherford and McDowell County law enforcement agency. Please go to tedbellforda.com for more information about me, and please vote for me, Ted Bell, for re-election as District Attorney in the Republican primary on May 17th. Thank you. Paid for by the committee to elect Ted Bell.
A little bit of news here before sports time. A judge has indicated Monday that he will grant over 20 Republican attorneys general requests for a pause on that Title 42 that Joe Biden is wanting to take off, to allow anybody just to come in the border. According to the court documents obtained by the Daily Caller News Foundation, the lawsuit, which was first brought about by Arizona, Missouri, and Louisiana, challenged the Biden administration over its decision to end the pandemic public health order responsible for the expulsion of over 1.8 million migrants since it began in March 2020. A written decision on the matter had not been released at the time of this publication. However, in a lawsuit originally filed by Missouri, Louisiana, and Arizona, the office obtained a temporary restraining order to keep Title 42 in place. This is a huge victory for border security, but the fight continues. They will not let that go for sure. The case, which now has over 20 Republican attorneys general plaintiffs, filed a motion for a temporary restraining order on April 21st, requiring that the Biden administration fully implement Title 42 until the federal government complies with the Administrative Procedure Act. So there you go. So maybe they're putting at least a halt to that. Makes sense to me to be halted. Sports update coming up here in just a few moments. Remind you that the Braves will be back in action this evening. They will be again playing the Cubs, and they beat them last night 3-1. Braves 3, Cubs 1, and they have the Cubs again tonight and tomorrow night. Then they take on a series with the Rangers. Stand by. Update on sports coming up right now here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM WCAB. Folks, I'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Please join me early with a cup of coffee in hand.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Carolina Hurricanes locked up the NHL